Whoop, whoop. What's up, Bearcats and Jugga Bros? It's Hump Day. You know what that means. We're here hanging and chilling for the HMG AEW Dynamite watch along and bell count, which we're already at 2, so I'm going to go 12. Whoop, whoop. How y'all doing? Don't forget to sign your NDA, get your bell counts in. We live? Yeah, pal. So basically, MJF's team is the Don Callis family. Hey, what's up, Dan? Whoop, whoop. Oh, wait, sorry. 3 belts. We're at 3 belts. Because, yeah, Brian Cage has one. I forgot about that. I forgot what he's got right now. Hey, what's up, Nelson? Whoop, whoop. You're going 9? Well, we are already at 3. We're already at 3. I think I'm going to go 12 tonight. What's up, Lab Rat? Whoop, whoop. What are they testing on you tonight, pal?
You gotta hop off a Big Hebrew's kosher pickle, son. Keep my name out your mouth. Hey, Don, how many times have I wrestled Kenny?
2 times, Max.
How many times have I beaten Kenny?
2 times, Max.
Those odds ain't looking great for you. God. Hey, bro, all you are to me is a mere mortal who will never get rid
No, he stuck around as a producer. And then he even said, like, it was actually them cutting him because he heard about Tommy Dreamer getting released. At least this is what I'm assuming, because he's like, they called me. I think I'm getting a creative, promotion. Like, nope, you're gone. Well, anyway, check. Hey, I'm still in the business, though. I got a promotion, Wrestling Revolver. Check it out.
And tonight, none of those prayers will be answered, but all of ours will. Because we have concocted the most dangerous team that has ever existed. Don Callis, tell the world who's on Team DCMJF.
We're going to bring the power right now. This is an all-star
Team DCMJF.
The newest member of the Don Callis family, the Jet, Kevin Knight. And no all-star team of the family would be complete without the alpha, the top dog himself, Kyle by God Fletcher, ladies and gentlemen. And then we're going to bring some meat to the dinner table. Jake Doyle, brother, right there. I like it.
Of this team, I'm so excited. It's none other than Andrade! We killed it, bro. We just right up the cover. You think I will join you?
Possibly, honestly, how can Impact get any worse with these changes? Honestly, these changes could make the show better. Who knows? But yeah, I can definitely. It is Impact. Never mind.
You just have to be patient. You have to get in line. There's a line. There's a lot of people in this group. One day you're going to be a great world champion. But for now, do the match.
Wow, an understatement of the year from Don.
See, they're still setting up Andrade turning babyface. Let's see what the attendance is for tonight's show. Close to a sell for them. Yeah, because they're set up for, it doesn't say, actually, it probably is how much that you can fit in there. 36, 30, 87, and sold 33.48. Delirious is still there, though. Of course, that's not the most comforting thing to think about.
Ahead of their match at Forbidden Door, but inside the ring, before we came live,
Okay, he's the ROH television champion. Okay. Hey, what's up, G-Ball? Whoop, whoop. Happy Hump Day. Hope all's well. Good to see you, man. Yeah, this should be a squash match. Hang on one sec, dog. What's in? Be right back. Whoop, whoop. And cheers, genitals.
On the outside, though, right there, Shabbat. Yeah, and Kenny, you got to be wary of Ari Davari on the outside as well. But Kenny has faced the odds before. It's nothing new to him. Watch out.
And he's got knees hooked up, snap, dragon suplex. And just like that, the complexion of the match. I think it changed momentum. That, Nice missing that moonsault.
Yeah, it's like he's got Tony Nese has every tool in the bag except personality. He looks good. He's a good worker. No personality. You can't give him a microphone.
Sends him sprawling off the apron. And Kenny Omega, we heard from him Saturday, Tony. He's got visions of reclaiming the AEW World Championship dancing through his head. And right now, Kenny Omega, Winged Angel.
Okay, this was a quick match. Good. This was booked correctly. Okay, good job, Tony. Yes. Like, Kenny Omega should be beating this dude in like 3 minutes. Big win for Kenny Omega tonight. Dude, no, it wasn't. He should have beat Tony Nese in like 3 minutes.
While he may have those AEW World Championship ambitions still, he has Zack Sabre Jr. in Sunday at Forbidden Door live on pay-per-view to contend with. Well, speaking of which, there he is, the front man for TMDK, the Mighty Don't Kneel. Zack Sabre Jr., along with Bad Dude Tito, Mikey Nichols, and TMDK marching towards Kenny Omega inside the ring. We're making a preview for Forbidden Door right here tonight.
And he's outnumbered. Smart for him to just get out of that ring right now. Absolutely it is. He had his match with Tito a week ago.
Yeah, this past Saturday at Collision, Tito, he pushed Kenny Omega very nearly to the brink. Omega, he was able to prevail. But now, Nick Jackson. Evening up the odds. Now TMDK find themselves outnumbered. But at Forbidden Door, 1 week from Sunday, it will be Kenny Omega, Zack Sabre, 1-on-1.
Now, Zack didn't even want to talk. Just kick the mic towards Kenny.
Now, for those of you that don't know any better, here we have TMDK. ask me what it stands for, I don't know, neither do they. Zach, gotta thank you, pal. I didn't think you'd come all this way just to challenge little old me, but yet here you are. And so you've gotten the message loud and clear. Yes, you have something that I want. And at Forbidden Door.
No, he definitely cannot. Nope.
You and me, the greatest
Bitch.
wrestler still going about this.
Hey, what's up, Zach? Happy National Root Beer Day to you too as well. Whoop, whoop.
Junior. And boy, wouldn't it look good on your resume to have a nice big fat W beside your name versus Kenny Omega. But in the same token, Zach, boy, would it ever look good for me to beat you, not just for this place, but yeah, for my home away from home New Japan Professional Wrestling as well. It looks like you've got your fair share of friends. Turns out I've got my fair share of mine. Zachy boy, let's keep it one-on-one at the Pape. Until then, must bid you adieu. So crowd, if you know the words, say it with me. I don't think these guys have a catchphrase that you know. So goodbye, mwah, and good night. Bang!
Yeah, he's one of the Kenny Omega can deliver a promo. He cannot like the verbiage like Elton John, tremendous performer and singer, can't write lyrics worth a shit. That's why he needed Bernie. Let's just say Kenny needs like a Bernie to write his promos for him. Hey, what's up, Hammer? Whoop, whoop. Too legit to quit in the house. What's up? Always good to see you. Happy hump day. Hope all's well. Nice, G-Ball. Whoop, whoop. Yeah, it's like something out of Power Rangers.
They came to win, there's no doubt about that, and they did pick up the win. Take a look at this from the top. Oh! Bull clip from Finley and Connors to score the win over multi-time former AEW World Tag Team Champions. We will hear from the Dogs live tonight on Dynamite. Plus, the Owen Hart Foundation Women's Tournament continues semifinal round matchup. The CEO, Mercedes Moné versus Hazuki, representing Stardom. Plus, the men's final is set. Swerve Strickland, Will Ospreay. They will meet one-on-one at Forbidden Door, but they will go face-to-face later on tonight. Plus, our main event and all-star match, MJF, joined by the Don Callis family, will face Mark Briscoe, captaining a team. We will find out who his partners are tonight and at Forbidden Door as our night proceeds.
Give me the D-Riders, pal.
Heading towards San Jose.
Give me the Rascals, pal. Mark's hanging out in the treehouse. That's 4 belts.
Team of Daniel Garcia and the AEW Continental Champion, Moxley. You see Moxley's shirt, guys. It says against the world, and I didn't know that. Well, the was going to pop up, but there you go. But the thing is, that's kind of what John's MO is. I kind of respect that. He feels like him and his crew, they are against the world. So I get it. And it's certainly
Had the odds stacked against them this past Saturday at Collision, where the Death Riders were part of that wild street fight against Shane Taylor Promotions. It was a victory for Jon Moxley and the Death Riders.
Yeah, and they overcame a lot to get the win. I mean, there was glass in
Yeah, and they both kind of did tonight.
it was crazy, but
So saw MJF earlier introducing his get his 5 guys for his team tonight.
there's nobody quite like Jon Moxley in AEW. I think we all would agree with that.
Absolutely, no doubt. Altaz, to that point, Jon Moxley, Daniel Garcia, they want to keep the momentum going.
Yes.
After this past Saturday, he threw out the challenge to any team in AEW to meet them tonight. And look who said yes.
That's 5 belts.
Former AEW World Tag Team.
Yeah, give me Mox and the Gym Bros, pal.
First time we have seen them as a duo teaming together since Forbidden Door last year. And Moxley.
Speed and athleticism with just raw power. That's a difficult mix always in pro wrestling.
Tony, I mentioned that. Of course, Bandito and Brody King, former AEW World Tag Team Champions. Bandito, the reigning Ring of Honor Men's World Champion. Jon Moxley, the AEW Continental Champion. That prestigious title, of course. Every winter now we have the Continental Classic. Brody King, multi-time participant in the Continental Classic.
Yeah, and it's a sense of pride with Jon Moxley that he won that title, won that championship, no doubt about it. Tough to get that title off of it.
Oh, nice. I didn't catch that. That's
Unexpected.
whoop whoop.
Daniel
I'll check that out.
Bandito starting things up. Mat return by Daniel Garcia. Look at Garcia.
Oh, yeah.
He's not the disrespect.
On that mat return, he had good top position, and he started showboating instead. But that's Garcia. He's got an attitude, but I respect it. I get what he's doing. I get what he's about.
Bandito not an athlete to take lightly. I mentioned Ring of Honor World Champion, but also former AEW World Tag Team Champion, a man that really put his singles ambitions in AEW as a tag team last year.
Well, right there, Garcia got the side headlock takedown he was looking to get.
Men trading, sweep of the leg. Garcia looking for a pinfall attempt. Bandito likewise looking, coming up empty on both sides. Bandito to his feet in a standoff here in the Lone Star State.
One thing about Daniel Garcia, he has upped his aggression since joining the Death Riders, but he is still that same Daniel Garcia. That's as good as anybody technically on the mat. But boy, the attitude change, and it's something that Moxley loves. And I guess it's something he demands.
Into the ribs. Garcia takes the side headlock and shoulder tackle. And Taz, we haven't seen Brody King in action yet. You have to wonder what condition is his neck in after that brutal match with Swerve Strickland. And the
Foundation, turn the condition of Daniel Garcia joined after that drop kick. That was a pretty nasty drop kick right there by Bandito. That was beautiful. Yeah, but
That drop kick Bandito hit there could have been a finish.
Brody, so let's see how he fares here, because that was physical last week with Swerve.
on the slam. Bandito and Brody looking to go to work, and fans, next week we will be heading to Albuquerque, New Mexico, Wednesday, June 24th, live at the Rio Rancho Event Center. You visit AEWTIX.com, scan the QR code at the bottom of the screen. Then, 1 week from Sunday, San Jose, California, Forbidden Door, live at the SAP Center, and then the fallout from Forbidden Door, San Diego, California. Unique are returning to Viejas Arena. Tickets to all of those events and so much more at AEWTIX.com.
Garcia wasn't going for the Macarena at all, was he? Look, let's get his own there.
The while since we've seen Garcia bust this out.
It was.
Land chops
I
on
feel
the
like, as we speak, Moxley's very disappointed in Garcia, I have to be honest. I was thinking the same thing, that Moxley had no time for this dancing, regardless of what side it's on. I'd pay big money to watch Mox do that dance, but I don't think that's going to happen. No, it's not.
Mott's got to deal with Big Brody, and he is not afraid to deal with Brody.
Whoop, whoop. Dude, Danhausen's getting it, man. He's getting it.
Hasn't got in the ring yet, so look at this.
John Moxley exudes confidence. Some perceive it as arrogance, but John Moxley, more often than not, any room that he walks into, he is among the toughest men in that room. Brody King, though, has a claim at that status as well as these two titans teeing off center of the ring.
Yeah, Brody.
Yeah, Danny, be eating more protein, pal.
There's no back down in neither of these guys here. They're going to strikes, too. They're both heavy hitters.
Yeah, and Moxley loves, apparently, for his opponent to strike him. We've seen it so many times. There he goes again. Look at this.
But I'll tell you from experience, at times it wakes you up. It gets you in a new gear, right? When your opponent starts less.
And sometimes it can be a rope dope as well. Hoping the larger opponent, the heavier opponent, tires themselves out with an onslaught like this.
I don't know if Moxley won this many shots.
This one, you're right, Discover. That's an onslaught, all right. Wow. And he goes down to one knee, there's Moxley.
Moxley trying to steady himself back up to a vertical position.
Simple little poke in the eye right there. That was very intelligent in my view of Mox. This is, hey, if you're going to cheat a little bit, find a guy's face, poke his eyes to slow him down, God bless you.
Moxley on the move. Oh, just ran into a brick wall.
Go for a cover, maybe.
Yeah, I think it was, and Brody just did not move into.
I'm wondering, what exactly is the point of this match? So it's just a thing of unless they're reestablishing Brodito as a team, I guess.
It's one of the things that made Brodito great when they were in their World Tag Team title mode, and that is great teamwork, and that you could see that Brody came to elevate him, to throw him around. He's done it many times. Trust.
Yeah, give me the strong win, pal.
Bandito now for a cover here. Look at the leg kick out. I want to thank our fans on ITV for joining us after taking in the football action from here in the United States. And just a reminder that we will be headed to Wembley Stadium later on this summer. 30th of August for All in London. We will return to Wembley this summer. You can visit AEW to join us for the biggest professional wrestling event in the UK. Gouging the eyes of Daniel Garcia behind the referee's back.
Well, yeah, the referee's dealing with Brody now, and both Garcia and Moxley have control, Tony, right now of Bandito.
And you saw Moxley at that time just lean over and say something to Danny Garcia as if to say, I want the tag in. Or
Dude, the other no joke. The other day, I actually delivered one of those for DoorDash. I picked one up at a KFC and delivered it. Whoop, whoop. Hey, what's up, SJ Fantastic? MJF has his family. Other than that, not much.
And now goes off pleading her innocence.
She's just an innocent woman.
We're all just innocent men.
Right, yes. Until provoked.
You should know, Taz.
Yeah, no one provoked you, buddy.
Not today.
As Moxley charged in, Bandito out of the corner. Moxley, I'm not sure if he clipped the ring post, but it was enough to open the door for Bandito. Watch out the tag and the German suplex. You saw Moxley trying everything in his power to prevent from being brought over the top.
The worst chops, the ones you don't see, right to the back. Man, it's got giant front
Anytime, whoop, whoop.
hands, does Mr. King.
Oh, man. It's a little Moxley tactic right there.
Moxley backing off to the corner. Brody in control. But Welcome back to AEW Dynamite live on HBO Max, TBS. Tag. The Death Riders facing the former AEW World Tag Team Champions, Bandito and Brody King. Brody King just leveled.
Yeah, those are good. Those are good ones to go to.
After delivering quite a few to the head of John Moxley, the AEW.
Sometimes you might need to ask for help on what, you know, if you're not sure where to find something, but they're good. I love doing them. Yeah, we do it every Thursday, and yeah, I'm not really. Yeah, that is kind of weird that they're doing that. Yeah, they're trying to streamline and anything's more efficient. This is what the corporate buzzwords they used.
But Moxley, man, he just turns right around and goes faces his adversary regardless.
Man, teeing off on one.
Very limited, yes.
Tonight live on Dynamite. Remember, fans, we are just a little over a week away from Forbidden Door coming up live on pay-per-view on HBO Max. 1 week from Sunday in San Jose, California. A massive triple main event, including the 12-man steel cage match. We'll get a preview of that tonight. MJF has picked his side along with the Don Cal family. Okada, Fletcher, Andrade, Doyle, and Kevin Knight. Who will Mark Briscoe choose to have on his side?
Damn, pal.
Takes down Moxley with a lariat. Of course, Ospreay and Swerve.
That's nice. At least she recognized the effort, pal. Whoop, whoop.
Coming up later on tonight,
Need more customers like that.
and then semifinal action on the women's side of the Owen Hart Foundation tournament. Mercedes Moné and
Yeah, the house becomes sentient and it's taken over, pal.
a spot in the finals plus. Able to free himself.
Oh,
Chop across the windpipe, Taz.
yeah. Like a decade ago, when Anthem bought TNA, they changed its logo to a giant owl. And during their legal issues with the Hardys, Rebby Hardy would have put out like Twitter posts ending with "fuck that owl."
When your ankles or Achilles tendons, your heel, your spine. Brody King was looking for the cannonball senton in the corner. There you go.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, like there's no room in the. I don't got any room in the car for that.
Yeah, this was all a plan, like you said, Taz. We saw Moxley talking with Marina, and it worked.
This match now shifting back towards
You don't know me. You don't know me.
on the floor. Moxley and Garcia. They could be thinking of Spike Piledriver on the floor, Taz.
Yeah, this could be.
Oh, that's exactly what they were thinking.
And loads of impact there.
Bandito arguing with referee Paul Turner, gets his legs swept out. Awkward landing for Bandito on the floor. And this match breaking down. Now, Moxley sends Bandito up on top of the barricade. Garcia in the back elbow.
So are the Death Riders heel again, or
Great teamwork by the Death Riders,
like
including Marina
what are we doing?
Doc Smith over talking to Bandito or Brody, that is, after what happened on the floor.
And that pile driver really got and rocked. Unfortunately, you know firsthand just how dangerous a stuff pile driver like that can be.
It's brutal. Put me out 9 months. Almost ended my career, so they're nasty.
Brody returns to the ring by the Death Riders, and certainly
Like none of this makes any sense.
100% capacity. John Moxley shoots the half lateral press.
Yeah, shoot the half well done high like that. It's a good way to get a big man on his back. The quickest way to get your opponent on his back is with a half Nelson. And it's not a traditional half that he did from the neck. Double wrist lock right there now by Moxley.
Garcia. He tags in. And now just a bulldog off the corner by Garcia. Good way to neutralize the size advantage. And Brody able to kick out.
Well, if you're Garcia, you want to keep Brody right there on the mat. The size means nothing. Everyone's the same size on the mat. That's a fact. So keep the big dude down there on that mat. Try not to let him up. Like that.
You saw the close-up, guys. It looked like Brody was trying to catch his breath, having problems, but he's back up now.
Oh, and then just a shoulder block to the front of the knee by Daniel Garcia.
And again, it's smart. Keep him down. Keep the big cat down.
Maybe a bit unsportsmanlike, but still very effective.
So we're about how many minutes into the match, and now we're just working heat on the big dude, keeping him down by working his leg. Like, after he did a spike pile driver on the outside, and he's still up on his feet. What are we doing here?
Not sure what John's got in mind here. That's a lot of weight up there. It's a big man. Both these guys are big guys.
Typically, when the legs are placed over the top rope like that, it's in service of a superplex or something off the top. That could be what Moxley's looking for right here, Tony.
That's exactly what he's going.
John Moxley, superplex cover. No, Brody King kicks out, and this match rages on. Don't go anywhere.
None. And Stone Cold was the lightning in a bottle.
Chain, a warning from Paul Turner about the use of the chain. I think the chain's the last of the least of the worries. So
Like so many stars aligned that were so integral to that character getting over as well as it did.
Bandito into this match and make that tag. It's tough to do though. You know, when you have two guys tagging.
A lot of it, of course, you know, Steve Austin being a tremendous performer. Nobody could have done that but him.
It gives Brody King absolutely no time to recover. He is constantly attempting to defend himself from a man that is coming to the ring with these quick tags, relatively fresh.
Yeah, they try to do the NWO cool heel gimmick.
Submission hold, but Brody unable to make a break to the corner as Garcia just hammers Brody.
That's a tough spot for Bandito to stand there and watch that.
And now he's not helping out at all. But I understand what's going on in his head here.
So just a series of boots to the ribs of Brody King behind the referee's back. And Bandito understandably frustrated that he is unable to give his partner Brody King any relief. Look at that. Moxley just trying of his game, Taz. Moxley, how he's able to get under his opponent's skin. And,
This has gone on way too long.
He's in this company from day one. He's a confident guy, and he should be with all success. So he's going to talk some trash, and he'll back it up.
Swing neck breaker, rubber made. Brody fires that shoulder.
Like, I've completely checked out of this match. Like,
Harder to come by for Brody King, Tony.
and nothing they're doing in this makes any sense.
Slowly, every kick out is even slower. Look at John Moxley, man. Moxley knows exactly how to hurt you, and what he and Garcia have been doing here is continue to work on the neck and the upper body since what happened on the floor.
Yeah, and last week, Calvin, as you brought up with the match with Strickland that King had, and his neck, you know, and hopefully his neck is 100%. We don't know.
We saw a swerve.
Yep, all it took was that one shot on doing color commentary. It was to the moon from there. Oh yeah, celebrity death match. Whoop whoop. Hey, how can I flip? And he looks at his hand like, hey man, how am I supposed to flip anybody off with only 4 fingers?
Brody King, Bandito taking on John Moxley, Daniel Garcia, Brody King. He was within a few inches of making a tag out to Bandito. Moxley abandoning the the submission hold and taking Bandito off the apron.
Oh, that was very smart of John to do that, to take Bandito off the apron. That we've seen guys do that in tag matches. It's very intelligent.
Now the Death Riders bringing Brody King back to their corner. Quick tags. Brody King, as we talked about a few moments ago, still potentially dealing with a neck injury suffered at the hands of Swerve Strickland in their Own Heart Foundation men's tournament semifinal.
They actually had Stone Cold versus Vince on there one time.
Exacerbated by the Death Riders tonight.
And the finish was Austin decapitating McMahon with a stunner.
Marina Shafir, she's proven herself to be indispensable to the Death Riders, not just tonight, but also.
If I remember correctly, Vince himself actually did Vince did the voice for himself on that.
Brody King did not count him out yet, Taz.
King got nailed by a bunch of clotheslines in a row by Mox and by Garcia, and man, he came back with a double, and now Legal Man, here he is.
Bandito to the top, Tornado takes down Moxley. Ducks underneath, sends Moxley into the ropes, pops him up, comes down with the cutter. Lost control of Moxley in the air, but still enough to tilt the world backbreaker 2 and a row. And this pent-up rage of Bandito coming out of the Death Riders.
Bandito, to say the least, a fresh man.
Nice, Nelson. Whoop, whoop. Yeah, it's a shame. That was, man, that was such a good book.
Bandito with the Continental Champion up on his shoulders, and John Moxley frees himself. Bandito puts on the brakes, drops hold. Moxley hung up on that center strand. Could be a 21-plex in his future. No, Moxley was ready for it.
Big forearm that really stopped Bandito in his tracks.
Why is this match still going on? Holy shit.
Garcia up. Moxley returns Garcia to earth. Now Moxley knows Moxley's turn to go up and look at this. Marina Shafir, the referee didn't see her come in enough. Bandito gets up Marina Shafir. Oh! Drives her down.
That may end Marina's night in this match. Not sure, but buddy, she is hurting.
And now the Death as Bandito inside the ring, but not for long.
Yeah, I know, especially like after at the first 10, 15-ish minutes was a pretty solid open to the show. And now we're completely killed all the momentum with this. This is the screech and halt match, powers. Everything just like,
Center of the ring, Bandito. Shimmy in the shoulders, a frog splash. 1, 2. No, Moxley there to break it up with the stop. He got a stop right now.
How about that? On the back of the head, the stop. Oh, nobody's moving here.
Brody, he took down Moxley with a German suplex. Moxley rolled through. Both men trade lariats.
this is beyond ridiculous.
Garcia steps through. Oh, counter. Bandito. 1, 2. No, Garcia. Almost nearly taken out right there. As Garcia, the overhand
Yep,
shot
sickos just went there wrestling.
to the ropes. Bandito pops him up. Knee to the face. Garcia. He ate that knee strike heavy. Garcia, he could be out on his feet. Bandito lining him up for the 20. One. Brody to top 8. 2, 3. Bandito takes it.
Are your winners, Brody.
And after all that, the babyfaces still went over. What is going on? I don't know what's going on with this. Like, what were they? What was the point of any of this? I mean, I guess to reestablish Brodito, but like,
Earning the victory tonight, handing Garcia and Moxley their first loss as a tag team.
yep, strong win.
A major victory.
That's why we went through 20 plus minutes on TV
Understand that these teammates
for just a normal tag match.
Kyle Fletcher standing by.
So now
we know both myself and Okada will be competing in the main event 12-man tag match tonight and also in the steel cage match at Forbidden Door. But don't think we've forgotten. We will still be bringing the international title back to the Don Callis family.
Yes, we will.
But one thing we don't know is who is going to be standing across the ring from us.
But we know someone who won't be.
And now, I'm no doctor, but doesn't look like Tomohiro is going to be able to compete either tonight or at Forbidden Door.
Okay, I like. It looks like they're threading a story where the Don Callis family is taking out the members of the conglomeration to deprive Mark Briscoe of partners. Okay, that's actually a good thread you can do throughout the show.
Tomohiro Ishii, member of the conglomeration, apparently attacked by Okada and Fletcher to take him out of the running for Mark Briscoe's team. Good job by Okada and Fletcher.
Dam's money means a lot, doesn't it?
Certainly does. And fans, remember, tonight MJF and the Don Callis family will face Mark Briscoe and his father.
Oh yeah, that's straight. Oh yeah, the top three definitely look like those three silhouettes definitely look like the Rascals. The top three definitely look like the Rascals. Whoop whoop. And cheers, genitals. Yeah, pal. All right, so you got a hard commercial break going on right now. I'm gonna take a quick piss break. Be right back. Whoop whoop. All right, and back. Yeah, those WWE commercial breaks are ridiculous. Go to myaw.com, pal. Yeah, so me and Vet definitely gonna be talking about the shakeups in TNA this Monday. So that's That is some interesting news.
Chris, you want to know why I hate you? Well, I don't need to give you 1,004 reasons why when I could give you just one. But before I do that, you want to know the truth? I didn't always hate Chris Jericho. Matter of fact, I used to respect Jericho. I'm talking about the world-traveled Lionheart.
That beard game is on point, pal.
Walls down, the 9-time world champion, the guy who took over New Japan Pro Wrestling, who became the first ever AEW world champion. That guy, the innovator, yeah, that guy was the best. But 2026 Chris Jericho, the guy I shared a ring with last week, the jokes, the puns, the too cool for school attitude, the desperation. I hate it. I hate every last bit of it. So, Chris, do me a favor. If you're going to bring that guy around, you might as well stay home. Or at the very least, stay the hell out of my world. But if you do still think you have it in you, if you think I'm worthy, by all means, Chris, let's dance. The ball's in your court. Don't drop it.
Intense words from Tommaso Ciampa.
That's where they, again, like that's kind of where they need a little bit of creative help there, because I like the actual delivery and performance, just the verbiage and the dialogue, just too generic.
Sure, Cope and Christian all locked in. Oh man, Connors is in grave danger right now. I love it. I don't think he knows what's on the horizon. David Finlay, though, he spotted the danger. He pulled his tag team partner. Good job by David right there, by Finlay, to get Connors out of harm's way. Pulling his partner to safety. But the champions, the men that preserved their tag team legacy last month.
Hey, after what transpired a couple weeks ago, after we won the AEW World Tag Team Championships, I think most people are expecting me to come out here and say something unsavory about a family member. But just to put your minds at ease, even Christian Cage has standards. And what I mean by that is, I've never come across another tag team that's actually named after their mothers. And Finlay, if you were supposed to be some sort of gift to the wrestling business from your father, I think I speak for everyone when I say, he should have done us all a favor and let you run down the inside of his leg.
Oh!
So dogs. They call you the dogs, right? Hell, you've been on a winning streak this month. They beat the Guns. They beat the Young Bucks. I mean, that's impressive. And I understand why you jumped us. Why you've been doing the 5-second poses. You're us from 30 years ago.
Now let's not go that far.
Trying to make your names on our backs, on our reputations. What you don't understand, learning curve. Yeah, 30 years ago, we thought we had it figured out too.
Then we came up against the New Age Outlaws. Then we came up against APA. We realized we didn't have it all figured out, but we learned. We picked up intangibles in facing those guys. So dogs, it's pretty simple. Forbidden Door, we're gonna use some of our old man strength. We're gonna use some of this old man knowledge. We're gonna use a whole lot of old man grumpiness to make sure that in San Jose at Forbidden Door, when you walk through that Forbidden Door into our house, you're gonna walk out back through that Forbidden Door as housebroken little pups.
Whoop, whoop. All right, 1 second. Be right back. I take care of something. Whoop, whoop.
Stardom, Starlight Kid, who this past weekend had this to say.
Yeah, give me the angry Santas, pal.
Starlight Kid, one of the greatest stars of Stardom.
Yep. Exactly, Hammer. Whoop, whoop.
Your sacrifices.
Whoop, whoop.
Big hero in Japan.
That's 6 belts.
Didn't do anything for me. I got kicked out of the company, got kicked out of Japan, and I had to do everything myself. And now, for some reason, you step into my footsteps? Tony Khan said that you're his favorite wrestler outside of AEW. I don't need to be anybody's favorite wrestler because all I care about is this. You can't forgive me that I spit on the Stardom logo? Well, guess what? There's going to be so many more things that you can't forgive me for when I beat you in my ring and I take off your mask and put a hot, steaming in it. So, why don't you stay the great wrestler you are? Door, I run this place, baby.
So we got a hard commercial break now. Hawk Tua, pal. Whoop, whoop. Yeah, it's like some like never some just doesn't quite click. I wish they'd add some. They would take a page from Netflix's playbook and never had to go to commercial break for myaw.com or myaw app. They'd put some music in there.
Congratulations on your victory against the Death Riders. Man, it must feel good to be back. What's going through your guys' head?
Whoop whoop.
We won, and we're finally together. You know, we beat the Death Riders, hermano.
Okay, tranquilo. What, you thought just because we were on our single side quest that we weren't one of the best tag teams in the world? Well, we just proved it in front of all of Houston.
Yeah. You know what? I have something in my mind. I saw some gold in John Mosley's shoulder. Continental champion. Forbidden Door is coming. So John Mosley.
Cállate tu boca, bichota. Tranquilo.
I want it.
You want a shot
Of course.
at the Continental Championship?
Of course.
You know what that means. No Brody King, no Death Riders. Mano E. Mano.
Mano. But for your goal. Yeah.
Shoot your shot, compadre.
Let's go.
Yeah, that was a bit goofy, pal.
Bandito for Forbidden Door.
Moxley don't back down from no one, Taz. No one.
No, but that dude is a threat. I'm talking about Bandito. He's a bad man, I'm telling you.
This is a semi-final match in the Owen Hart Foundation Women's Tournament.
All right, I think that's shit. I lost count. 7 belts. 7 belts. Yeah, it's 7.
And not only does Mercedes Moné have a chance to become a 2-time Owen Hart Foundation tournament winner, but she could potentially do it in back-to-back years. She is just 2 victories away from that.
One of the greatest women competitors of all time, no doubt. I'm looking forward
I think they were kind of. I guess Tony felt like he needed to add some more extra. He needed more women's star power. I don't know. That's my guess. And that's 8 belts now. Nah, Brody would never say yes to that. He would never say yes to that. There's no way he'd ever agree to that.
In 2024, one of the great of that year, voted on by many. So we'll see what they got for us tonight.
Well, you know, there's some pairings, some matches have perfect chemistry, and you could tell that's exactly what this is going to be between these two athletes.
That is a very good point, Hammer.
And this has a big
Like, what about me? What about Mina Shirakawa?
fans here in Houston, and so can Hazuki.
Well, they're very evenly matched in
It looks like they're teaming her with Harley Cameron.
A quick go behind right there by Mercedes. Mercedes ducks underneath, and Hazuki, though, standing switch. And Mercedes trying to break free of her grip, trying mightily, but now the switch as Hazuki comes around. Tez, this is some fans' first look at Hazuki, who's competed thus far exclusively on Collision in AEW. She is a very, very dangerous striker, somebody that's pretty unique for Mercedes' recent opponents. When I say recent, Mercedes only returning to the ring a few weeks ago. Yeah, well, Hazuki definitely has some stinging shots or strikes, to your point.
However, I will say this: Mercedes is definitely she is noticeably thicker than she was when we last saw her. At least on AEW.
Remember, these two women competing for a spot in the finals of the Owen Hart Foundation Women's Tournament, which will take place at Forbidden Door in fall. Hazuki versus Crucifix. 1 week from Sunday, we make a return to the SAP Center in San Jose.
Where the breast wrestle, pal. And of course, you had like the sickos and the marks being like, "Oh, what's Tony thinking? Doing this?" And like, do you really believe Tony would have went to the women and said, "Okay, do this spot"? No, I guarantee you, I would bet everything I owned. I would bet everything I owned that spot was 100% those women's idea. Points, Hammer. Whoop, whoop.
I think I've said it before, but I really think that momentum is a very big part of what goes on, especially in the tournament match.
Oh, yeah.
And Hazuki, after I think an upset over CMLL Women's World Champion Persephone, has plenty of momentum.
Yeah, well, I think you're right. In tournament fashion, for sure, as far as momentum, it's everything. You're seeing any kind of tournament, including college sports and whatnot. Momentum's key. Mercedes backs off. Hazuki controls the ring, and this semifinal round match continues live on Dynamite from Houston.
Whoop, whoop. Whoop, whoop.
Look at that trophy, Tony. As we mentioned, she won the tournament last year. She wants to become the first ever two-time winner, and she wants to do it in back-to-back years. But she just got Hazuki's boot into the side of her head. You did mention, Excalibur, how good of a striker this young lady is, Hazuki, and she just proved it right there. I mean, I would have hit her with that kick and then dragged the middle of the ring and tried to get a pin cover on Mercedes. Well, she would have had a victory possibly for Hazuki.
Oh, man, look at that kick. Again.
Now, Hazuki, lateral press. Sorry, Tony.
Well, the mistake was not only being on the outside, but when Mercedes tried to get in the ring, she stuck her head to the ropes, took her eye off her opponent, and that enabled the kick. So that was a big mistake.
Same time, nobody home for Hazuki, but the Meteor, now the cover, too. Mercedes moving with some urgency there. And now some right hands. Mercedes venting her frustration on Hazuki. While the crowd did. I think that was smart by Mercedes to do that. To weaken. So definitely weaken Hazuki. We've seen that Mercedes can be susceptible to maybe some mental lapses, maybe some second thoughts about things. We saw it especially during her downfall from that record-setting reign as not just EW's TBS champion, but championships from around the world. And now perhaps looking at a second Owen Hart Foundation tournament win to attempt to right the ship.
You know what? And I think Excalibur, it's a great point because as she was looking at that championship,
Cover made.
she was looking at the cup and the title belt.
Why aren't they laying on a little bit thicker of
That this is her chance.
the story is like she won the women's the women's tournament last year. Like the story of her being the defending champion, like the whole thing, like Mercedes 14 belts. Well, this is the last one she has left. Why is that not the story going in this?
Mercedes keeping tight control. 2026 Owen Hart Foundation Women's Tournament, the first of 2 semifinal round matches.
Like she lost all of her belts except for the women's Owen Hart one. And she's entering the tournament as the defending champion. So that's all she has left, and she needs it. Like, why are they not telling? Like,
Just barely. I thought Mercedes was going to win the match right there.
She did too. How about that? The look on her face, Taz.
Yeah, no, you're right. You could see this impact was nasty.
well, somebody did.
Toughness to kick out, though. And Taz, thus far,
Because I will give Mercedes credit. She's at least trying to get that across. It seems like she's trying to get that across. I'm sorry, my bad. I mean, it looks like she's trying to at least get across the fact of, okay, that belt means something to her. But yeah, they completely missing the boat on telling that story. 14 belts, Monet lost them all. It's the only one she has left, and it's in this tournament.
Mercedes avenged that loss in the opening round of this tournament. Chris Statlander and Timeless Tony Storm, both those losses, the latter of the 2 losses, came when Mercedes found herself challenging for the AEW Women's World Championship. If Mercedes is able to win the tournament, she will challenge for that world summer.
She is one of the biggest stars ever in this sport.
Cover made, leg is hooked, and Hazuki able to kick out.
On the way. 4 losses you talked about, Excalibur, and of course, Sports Illustrated and Pro Wrestling Illustrated named her Woman of the Year, Pro Wrestler Woman of the Year. And
584 days spent as TBS champion. That was one of 13 total titles held by Mercedes Moné at one time. And as we mentioned, Mercedes looking to rebound from that downfall in a very big way, making it 2 successive Owen Hart Foundation tournament victories. And a Meteora against the bottom rope.
yeah, that definitely hit its mark. It's a
Leg hook, cover made. Hazuki just barely kicking out. The pressure maybe building up to a breaking point for Hazuki.
You can see the concern on Mercedes' face, thinking, what do I got to do here with Hazuki? Sometimes the concern, Taz, as you know, is about second guessing your own self. Can I do it?
That could happen. I mean, Mercedes, though, usually very confident. But yeah, who knows what's going through her mind? We don't know. And fans, speaking of the action this summer coming up in just a few weeks, will be AEW Beach Break presented by Visit St. Pete, Clearwater.
Although, at least from that close-up,
Wednesday, July 8th, Clearwater, Florida. AEW
that looked real for Mercedes.
and then we'll be teaming up. Wait a second.
But again, I could be way off.
Hazuki trying to build some momentum here. We'll do it again.
And Hazuki, a big risk, and it's paying off for this woman who just a few weeks ago came into AEW, a relative unknown, and now finds herself seconds away from Forbidden Door and the triple main events.
Now, speaking of triple, that was 3 times from the inside out. That's in Hazuki's name.
These fans here in Houston, Taz, most certainly behind the underdog in this matchup. Absolutely, they would love, these people here tonight in Texas would love to see Hazuki win this semifinal matchup against Mercedes right now. Hazuki to the top, loves the big senton one of her main weapons. But instead, just a shotgun drop kick, both barrels, straight to Mercedes, lateral press. Mercedes kicks out Hazuki. Nice transition, Taz.
That big time transition right there, hook in the head. Arm trap.
It's Mercedes' instinct to fire that shoulder up off the mat. Hazuki knew that well, and she used Mercedes' momentum against her, but Mercedes, hitting predicament, Hazuki rights the ship and cranks back even harder.
When you trap your opponent's arm like that right arm is trapped by Mercedes, you can definitely roll your opponent to her back like you just did there and before.
And Mercedes making a desperate crawl, a desperate roll to the bottom ropes to force the break. Referee Aubrey Edwards, good job being right on top of the action.
Cutting off the oxygen that time, the breath with the hands over the mouth. Look at Mercedes. She's spent here.
Remember, Mercedes Moné only recently returning to action in that wild card slot against Alex.
Yeah, no, it was. So that's a lot of time. Right now, Mercedes using her hips to get back to vertical base, and we've seen her do and respect towards Eddie Guerrero, these three amigos. And that's what she's trying to get this third one off, I'm sure.
Late great Eddie Guerrero, the man that inspired Mercedes Moné to become a pro wrestler, cannot complete the three amigos, at least yet. Hazuki blocking it. Now Hazuki, both women jockeying. Mercedes, though, sends Hazuki out to the apron, hung on to the left arm, and then wrenching it against the rope.
Very smart right there, very effective. You mess your body up. The ropes are a weapon. The ring is a weapon. So a lot of experienced wrestlers like
Mercedes driving the flat of her boot into the jaw of Hazuki, starting it down.
Whoop, whoop.
holding it out of. I mean, it looks unorthodox because it is. It's a very hard hold to get out of.
And not only does it target the neck, but also Hazuki, her arms are the inside of her elbows. Across her throat, but now the backstabber, and Mercedes redoubles her effort, cranking back once again on the head and neck.
That's uncomfortable, Shivani. It's an uncomfortable hold.
Yeah, the knees up there, Taz.
Yeah, no, right in the spine.
Hazuki trying to find some relief rolling off the knees of Mercedes Moné. But Mercedes to a vertical position. Hazuki trying to back her opponent into the corner to relinquish the hold. Mercedes feeling confident, but that can change in a blink of an eye.
Feeling confident, you can just see the way she struts towards her opponent. She feels she's in command right now.
And, well, she is. She definitely is. Showing no respect now for Hazuki.
Welcome back. Final final clash in the 2026 Owen Hart Foundation Women's Tournament.
Whoop whoop.
CEO Mercedes
Dude, yeah, Jamie Hayter would just squash her.
Hazuki on the defensive for the last few moments, but showing some signs of
Yeah, in a real fight, Jamie Hayter would just
Hazuki. She's
it'd be obliteration.
by Mercedes, but speaking of beatdown, Shivani, look at Hazuki go to work.
Big time beatdown. You're corner just sits down, trying to buy some time. But you can see, oh my gosh.
Oh, we got some hard way. Oh, damn.
We move on to the finals of the 2026 Owen Hart Foundation Women's Tournament taking place 1 week from Sunday at Forbidden Door, part of our triple main events coming up in San Jose on the 28th. Oh. Hazuki face first off the middle turnbuckle. Mercedes perch. But Hazuki kicks out the legs, upsets the balance. No, it's like a DDT combination. Rough landing for the CEO.
What a move, Taz. What a move. Yeah, I mean, go for the cover here. You got Mercedes beat.
The fans here in Houston,
We're the best to wrestle.
feel we might be on the precipice of an upset. Hazuki could earn her spot.
Yes, Hammer. Whoop whoop.
Senton hit and set. Flush.
Huss huss, pal.
1, 2. No, Mercedes kicks out Hazuki. Transition. Once again, Hazuki. Back into the crossface, her version of the statement maker. And can she be the 4th woman to defeat Mercedes Moné inside an AEW ring? That grip was easy to break because the backslide. It was not a gable grip, wasn't an S grip. I think she got hung up in a moment and she just had all her fingers clasped and it was easy to break it. Look at this now. Got Mercedes here. Hazuki and Mercedes battling it out. Hazuki, no backing down, elbows backwards, but side of the head with that one.
Mercedes really hauled off that last one. Oh, man.
Mercedes almost using the point of the elbow like rabbit punches coming on the back of the head, Taz. Yeah, exactly.
Oh, we got a slugfest, guys.
And Mercedes fading. Hazuki might have been able to shoot the half and pin her right there, but instead,
Yeah, give me power slap, pal.
Mercedes down flat.
And give me some cheers genitals because I need it for this shit. Whoop, whoop.
Point right now.
Boy, I tell you, it is a great
Whoop, whoop.
matchup. It reminds us of what they had done before. Let's see who can. Man, both ladies not moving here except for Hazuki moving that right arm.
Well, it's been physical. It's hot as hell out. It's humid as hell out. That affects your cardio, no matter how much experience. This really speaks to the importance of the overall Owen Hart Foundation tournament, just how much it means for these athletes, not only to honor them.
Yeah, way too long. Way too long.
At the AEW Women's World Championship. Hazuki intercepts Mercedes. DDT! And now Mercedes rattled again.
I don't think it's a 3 hour. Oh, shit. It might be. It might be shit.
And that had to be on instinct. I don't know how the heck Mercedes kicked out.
Yeah, she has her legs pinned under her, Taz.
It's still trapped under her. Yes.
Yes, exactly. Wasted TV time that you could be using to get more talent on the show and get them over and get theirs and progress their characters and stories. Instead of, oh, we got to get our shit in and have a long match.
Hazuki, as you saw, she was trying to turn, Mercedes to a back. Shot a half Nelson to keep her tied to the ring.
See, we still have the face-off between Ospreay and Strickland. The main event match. Yeah, and the 12-man tag main event.
like block. Mercedes turns things around. Mercedes. Now Hazuki, the roll-up line. Two.
Yeah, so it sounds like we'll probably have maybe not a 3-hour show, but but probably about a 15, 20-minute overrun, I would guess.
Hazuki in serious trouble here. Gonna have to tap out. That's in real tight. Off the right hand. Whoa. Mercedes wrenching back with all.
Man, and they actually had like a good they had a good idea there when they did the thing when they had Okada and Fletcher take out Ishii. It's like, okay, that's actually a good like story thread you can build leading up to the main event. Them like the Don Callis family taking out the members of the conglomeration, depriving Mark Briscoe of partners for the main event. But then he pulls a swerve and be like, hey, you know what? Yeah, the conglomeration. Yeah, Mike, I'm with the conglomeration. Sorry about that. But they ain't my only friends here. And then here come the Rascals. Here come whoever the other two are.
Fast as you can imagine, pinfall attempts by both women.
The escapes have been just as great as the pinning combinations. It's great back and forth.
And both women, just like us three at the desk, like everybody here in Houston,
There's no reason for this match to be going on this long. Like, I'm pretty much where I'm at mentally with that Brodito versus the Death Riders tag match. I'm just checked out. Like, what are we even doing here now? None like this. All of this is pointless. This is just a kill. This is just a kill time and get your shit in. That's all this is. Yep. Or to quote, we just watched Rocky IV. To quote the Duke, "Throw the damn towel! Throw the damn towel!" Yeah, that whole attention span argument, or the fans are forgetful, they don't remember shit, or they don't. I call 100% bullshit on that. Fans remember. They pay attention. They're invested. I don't know.
This was the opportunity of my life. Heartbreaking week for Maya World. My big brother, gone. They told me I didn't need to be here, but I needed to be here.
Maya World advances to the semifinals. A stunning upset.
What about me? What about the hard work that I put in?
Maya World versus Athena. Oh, yes. Highlighting that for, I think it's coming up on Collision this Saturday. Yeah, so we still have the Ospreay and Strickland face-to-face. And then the main event. Yeah, dude. Yeah, for real. They need a Rip Rogers dressing down.
To Wembley Stadium and all in to get a world title shot. And to tonight's face-to-face, let's introduce, first of all, the aerial assassin, Will Ospreay.
It would be a good feel-good story. And honestly, having Maya be like the surprise winner of the Women's Owen Cup and then fall to Tekla or get beat by Tekla in the end, that gets everybody over. I'm not sure what kind of magic that was. I'm guessing that was Neville Longbottom first year at Hogwarts kind of magic.
Congratulations, you were married. And here you are on a Wednesday, back here on Dynamite.
Yeah, mate, the wedding was... They got to me.
Whoop, whoop.
I'm meant to be on a honeymoon. Look, I'm meant to be on a honeymoon, but, you know, the wife said... Thank you, mate. The wife said she knows how much this tournament means to me. She said, stay focused. We can go Hawaii whenever you want. Go chase your dream. Yeah. I got a good wife, eh? So here's what I did to treat her. I took her upstairs. I smashed the life out of her, bruv. I said, babe, clean yourself up. I gotta go to Houston.
See, like, this is what that's what I've been saying all along with Will Ospreay. The dude is so charismatic and he's got such a personality. He doesn't need to do all this crazy shit in the ring. He's got enough charisma and personality that he does not need to do all this dumb shit to hurt himself. Well, to be fair, they established the fact that his wife is also a wrestler on the AEW roster, so it's like kind of one of those things where it's like they kind of jointly they're both jointly putting family to the side. Whoop whoop.
I've changed. I don't feel like nothing's changed about me. I still dress the same. My hair's a little bit better now. I've got it a little bit more under control. Something's changed about you, though. It's not your wardrobe. It's not. No. How are you, mate? Lovely seeing you again. It's that's what it is. I know what's changed.
Whoop whoop.
It's the way that you're looking at me right now. So I was wondering, have we got a problem? Do we need to have a chat about something?
You know, I'll be the one to address the elephant in the room. Yes, we will. I do have a problem. So everything that we did, everything we fought for all last year, 2025, to fight off the Death Riders and everything with John Moxley and stuff, and here you are palling around with them, playing Booty Boot Camp and every arena.
Give me Booty Boot Camp, pal.
Like you're having fun. And the funny thing is, seem to understand why you gave no explanation, Ramp. Truth be told, you never gave an explanation why. I don't know. Your friends don't know. Hell, your wife doesn't even know why you're doing what you do. Congratulations, by the way.
Oh, so you want to bring up John and the Death Riders and what happened to me? Yeah, mate, look, I haven't forgotten what they did to me. And you better be sure I haven't forgiven them either. I just had to let it go. One of the hardest things I've ever had to do, I've had to let it go, and I've accepted help. They're my training partners now, and I'll be honest with you, the training's working, my neck feels great, my ground game is improving.
I have not seen any of his movies, unfortunately.
That night in London where they snapped my neck, I got a question that I'd like to ask you, because that night in London, I saw Kenny Omega trying to get in the cage. I saw the Ops trying to get in the cage. I saw Darby Allin trying to get in the cage. Geezer can climb Mount Everest but couldn't climb a cage. No, I didn't see on that night in London who was backstage. You! Where were you? Oh, wait, no, look, I can't get mad at him. He got beaten up, he got attacked, his knee got blown out, needed surgery for his meniscus. I can't be that mad at you. So I sat at home, recovering my neck, could barely pick anything up. Started thinking about where this all started. AEW's all in Texas. Me and you teamed up. We took down the Young Bucks for abusing that power. I had your back, you had my back. But I asked one thing from you that day. I said, we need to go get that belt back. I need help. Hangman needs help. Know what he said? Nothing. So I went down to help by myself. And the end of that night, the end of that for me, I ended up in a hospital. I didn't see anything over that match. And then I rewatched the footage, and I see you coming out to help. So now I just got a question for you, because maybe I'm on an island here. It's my brother. I love him. No matter what I do, I expect you to run through a brick wall to help me, because I'll do the same for you. So now I'm going to ask you, Swerve, where were you and why didn't you help me?
I don't want to wait for our lives to be over. I want to know right now, what will it be?
Because that is bigger than any explanation that I'm going to need from you. I get it. This is your redemption. This is my dream, bruv. I used to work on building sites right outside Wembley Stadium, and I'd watch the football fans go in. The passion that they would have for their team. Every time I went to school, and the teacher, up and down the country, the teacher would say to every 14-year-old boy, what do you want to be when you grow up? And they all said the same thing. I want to kick the winning goal at Wembley Stadium. Bruv, I am one match away from getting my chance to kick that ball. You see, I know that this is the Owen Cup final, but for me, this is the semi-finals for my World Cup. And I know you might look at me as your brother, you might look at me as your friend. Frankly, I don't care. You're a man standing in the way of my dream. You're a man standing in the way of my country's dream. And I know you ain't.
I know they're trying. They are trying. It's just, again, the verbiage, the dialogue, it just ain't there.
Last year, I had to stand here in this ring and listen to you tell me that it wasn't my time.
You had to say it wasn't your time. You said it was Hangman Page's time. And I agreed with you. I had to sit back and I had to fight with you to defend the Death Riders and take back AEW right where it should be.
Hey, what's up, Final Boss? Whoop whoop.
Off of John Moxley and in his hands, and I did that. Guess what, Will?
Yeah, his material sucks.
No. Serious question. Where is he? Because you can't seem to get in touch with him. I haven't seen to talk to him. I haven't heard from him. Hell, he can't even fight for the AEW World Championship anymore. He doesn't have the AEW World Championship anymore. So everything that we did off of your word was for nothing. And now you expect me to just move out of the way, step aside for Will Ospreay to just have a nice little path to the main event of Wembley Stadium and win the AEW World Championship? No, fuck that.
We're dropping F-bombs, pal. Fuck that.
I'm done stepping aside for other people to come and get opportunities that I deserve. When I was world champion, I had to let veterans and legends step on my time. Hell, I had to sit home for 6 weeks because some fragile, soft-ass, punk-ass egos got in the way talking. No, I'm not letting it happen for anybody, not even you, Will. I made a career after throwing Molotov cocktails in the system, destructing plans. It's what I do. It's what I'm good at. That's who I am, and that's who you are, and you respect the hell out of that. Speaking of which, me and you, every time we step in the ring, it's fireworks. We change the conversation of what pro wrestling is now and what it's going to be. And we're going to do it again at Forbidden Door. Whether we are opponents or we are partners, that's what we do. We raise the bar. But funny enough, after these 10 years, man, you know one thing that's been certain. Swerve Strickland victorious over Will Ospreay. You have not been able to beat me in 10 years. Hell, the great Billy Goat Will Ospreay in 2024, that was a tidal wave coming here at AEW, couldn't beat me. So when I mow over you, and I go to Wembley, and I win that AEW championship for the second time, maybe then you can come back and
Points, lab rat. Whoop whoop.
what's going to happen. I'm going to beat you again and again.
We'll be right back. We're going to commercial break.
And again. Because right now, this Will Ospreay.
Cheers, genitals. Yeah, pal.
Self-styled most dangerous man in AEW.
This is getting out of control, man. Both men extremely passionate. They both were spitting some truth. Whoa. Well, Ospreay. Said he's up, as we know, the Death Riders are his training partners, so no shock to me that they're coming out here.
Hey, credit where it's due. Continuity. Moxley told Ospreay, me and the Death Riders got your back when you need it. And he kind of needs it right now. Yeah, send out Mox in the gym, bros, pal.
You're wrong, Will. You really have changed.
Somebody in the crowd yelled at Swerve, yeah, run away. It's like it turned into like 2-on-6 or 1.5-on-6. Yeah, that's a smart play. Hey, yo. Mr. No Monikers needed in the house. Let's talk about it. What's up, Todd? Whoop, whoop. Happy Hump Day. Always good to see you, man. Hope your day's going well.
Jericho, I'm sure you've heard earlier tonight, Tommaso Ciampa said he wants to see a more serious side of you. What's your response to that?
How about this? Ciampa, this Saturday night on Collision, right here in Houston, Texas. How about we meet up in the ring and get serious face to face?
Yes, sir, Todd. Whoop, whoop. He's he's walking around back, no shirt on. All right, hopefully our last hard commercial break for the night. Yeah, he swerved away, pal. Whoop, whoop. All right, so this should be our last hard commercial break for tonight. I'm going to step outside for a little smoky tokey, hit the bathroom, be right back. Whoop, whoop. I am back. Whoop, whoop. Not a sellout. They sold about 3,300 in a building that seats over 6,000. Yeah, I could definitely see Wade Keller being on the booking team for this show.
Mr. Will Osprey, fans, AEW's Beach Break presented by Visit St. Pete Clearwater is headed to the beautiful beaches of Clearwater, Florida. Catch all the action live at the Bay Care Sound on Wednesday, July 8th.
It's time for the main event.
Tonight is a 12-man tag team match. Set going forward. Introducing first, Lakeview, Long Island, New York.
Whoop, whoop.
26 pounds. He is the AEW World Champion, Maxwell Jacob Friedman, MJF.
See MJF with that left knee wrapped up. He hyperextended that knee in the battle for the AEW World Championship with El Toro Blanco Russo.
And see, last I checked, we were still at 8 belts. 8 belts still.
With an all-star team for the Don Callis family at his back.
His partners, they accompanied by Don Callis, the TNT champion, the Jet Kevin Knight, Jake Doyle, the Rainmaker, Kazuchika Okada, Andrade, El Idolo, and the Bruno Storm.
The MJF's partners, Tony Khan, has made it official. If either team is disqualified in this match, they will lose a man advantage at Forbidden Door. As Mark Briscoe still to pin this.
Several matches absolutely just jumped the shark and sucked because they just ate up so much time. That's 9 belts.
Who the team gonna be? Well, Max, while you was off playing hide and pickle with the Don Callis family, we've been conglomerating.
I thought NXT was pretty decent last night.
Obviously, I got my 3 boys right here. Yo, that took out Big Tom. I seen that. And the thing about it is you can't really take out Big Tom. He will be back, and we will avenge. Yeah. However, these 3 right here, obviously the first 3 on the squad.
Yeah, it sucks, but at the same time, it's like you're trying to build at that level. You're trying to build a base. You're trying to, draw fans and all the interviews you can get with people who have, viewers and followers. Although with Hollywood, I think, let's just say I'm on board with the belief that she may be buying subscribers and followers. Because let's just say there are people who have less subscribers and followers on YouTube whose videos get more views than her does. And I'll just leave it there. 10 belts, that's Takeshita. And Darby Allin, okay.
Championship.
MJF captaining his all-star team. Mark Briscoe fielding one of his own. Orange Cassidy, Kyle O'Reilly, Roderick Strong, Konosuke Takeshita, and man, main event we have for you tonight at Dynamite.
How about that, Don Callis?
Hey, listen, you're seeing the best of the best. The Don Callis family all-star team. What a night.
Look at this.
Yep, the math doesn't math, pal.
AEW International Champion, a man that you very quickly cast out of your family, Don Takeshita.
I see people as assets, and he was no longer.
Honestly, I think it's kind of good for TNA. Actually, I think it's good for everybody involved. Honestly, I think it was best for all parties involved that they kind of split and went on to their own with their separate ways. Because something, especially with TNA, something needed to change. And Callahan and Dreamer will not have. I don't think those guys will have any difficulty finding work. Yeah, that is such complete fucked math. Like, perfect example, James Romero. Last I checked, he has under 100,000 subscribers, under 100,000 subscribers for his YouTube channel. Hollywood has about over 500,000. Not half, 250,000. Yet his videos get more views than hers does. Math don't math there, pal. Hey, what's up, Ryan Armstrong? Whoop, whoop. Yeah, it is a solid team right there. I mean, you got the Trios champion, so Darby and plus the current international champion. Whoop, whoop. From a kayfabe, kayfabe, perspective. Oh, and cheers, Generals. Whoop, whoop. Yeah, because I'll get another hard commercial break. Damn. Dude, I know. That is fucked. That is so fucked, Nelso. What people actually spend their money on because they're thinking because they're sick and fucked in both heads and thinking more at the little one. I think it is. Let me check. I think it's this Sunday.
Welcome back to AEW Dynamite. We are on the verge of a massive 12-man all-star tag team main event. The referee.
Okay, a week from Saturday.
Barely restored order. Maxwell Jacob Friedman, MJF, Mark Briscoe, the captains of their respective sides. Tonight in our main event, Don Callis joining us
Whoop,
here
whoop.
at the commentary desk. Don, I hesitate to ask, but how much exactly did MJF pay you for the services of the family?
Just for tonight or in general, because those are two very different numbers. I don't like to talk numbers. It's very rude to talk politics or finances and mixed company. You know that.
Fair enough, Don.
Look at the argument going on.
MJF
I wanted both, though, just to be clear, last week.
tagging in Andrade and Mark Briscoe. Starting out the action tonight in our that if there is a disqualification, the man will spot.
Hey, what's up, Frank Tesh? Whoop, whoop. Yeah, they did say. Yeah, I think they did say it's going to be a cage. Where is it?
Huge disadvantage, especially with this level of talent. Yeah, no, it's a for sure, but right now Andrade seems very confident with Briscoe, and he should be. He's looking good.
Yeah, and he's a man very, very sick of not getting that title shot, having to wait.
That's
Getting sick of you, Don Callis, pushing him to the side for other talent.
I wouldn't let anyone from Houston put their hands on me, just to be clear.
So you're going to
Face through the ropes. I think Kevin Knight was trying to get Andrade's attention.
There's a whole episode of South Park about that. Get me raisins, pal.
And now Andrade finding himself in a rough part of town, the Team Briscoe corner. Remember, if Mark Briscoe's team is victorious at Forbidden Door coming up 1 week from Sunday, Briscoe will earn himself a shot at MJF in the A.
Yeah, and we'll talk more about that on an Impact Attack. I've already discussed that several times already tonight.
Yeah, I mean, the crowd is not that intelligent, but if they were, they'd all be behind the mega athlete himself, none other than Kyle Fletcher. What a stud.
the man who's avoiding locking up right now, thing you're talking about.
The man using strategy.
What was that number, Nell, so that Mandy Rose made her first month on OnlyFans? 500,000, I think. Whoop, whoop. Thank you, Ryan.
I would say so, sure. I definitely think so, yeah. I think we just established it as canon that Taz's first name is Kyle.
Never know. Look at this slam.
Fletcher, now loses control of O'Reilly. O'Reilly! The kicks out. Vicious kicks attacking the vertical base of Fletcher.
Oh, nice. Hope it turned out well.
Pick there by O'Reilly. Goes through. And the ankle lock. It could end right here. He hit the O'Connor to Costa, and things just breaking down inside and outside of the ring. The referee trying as he can, losing
Whoop,
control
whoop.
of this matchup. And O'Reilly on the outside. Inside the ring.
Yeah, I know, right? It's like, wait, I just gotta take raunchy pictures, post them on OnlyFans, and make. No, that's a good point, Final Boss. Yeah, like why wouldn't they have at least a second ref? And Frank with a $10 super sticker. Thank you, pal. Whoop whoop. Appreciate the support, man. Much love. Whoop whoop. Yeah, tonight has not been one of AEW's better shows. Because AEW, pal.
divided up world title.
I've got a lot of rock star athletes on my side. That's what I've got.
Yes, you
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right. Yeah, it would say it would be a. Oh, that's right. That's right. Yeah, the cage match. It'd be the one-on-one cage match.
Thank you, Taz. That's because you're a great athlete. You understand that where these two don't.
And Taz, it really worked out well for Takeshita Okada. Takeshita
Tony the Snowman. Da da da. I forgot the words. Yeah, we're getting it. We're getting at least a 15-minute overrun. We're getting at least a 15-minute overrun.
Good line, Okada. Very good.
look at
seemed like MJF didn't want these guys arguing, but he's trying to say, let's all get along out here. He's trying to be a peacemaker. And I don't blame MJF for that. He has to.
Andrade was just pacing back and forth on the rampway here. He's still upset.
The Don Callis family is a team of alpha males, and this is what you get sometimes.
Oh yeah, Todd, they 100s. They absolutely exist. Like they are out there. That they are a real thing. Of course, if I was a betting man, I'd say there's definitely more male ones than female ones, but there are definitely female ones. Yeah, those are the stakes for this match. Yes. Okay. Now I remember getting. Okay, I got it wrong.
Just when you think you got Orange Cassidy down.
Swings by Doyle. Cassidy comes through. DDT. No, Doyle too strong. Nothing fancy about it, but very effective.
It's a mess.
If you have that size advantage, you got to use it to your point, and that's what Jake did right there to Orange Cassidy.
Yep, and then Takeshita left, so they needed somebody to be the new Takeshita.
Orange Cassidy.
MJF doesn't stay in long, does he?
Got to be careful. He grabbed off. Turn. Looks like Kevin Knight is setting Orange Cassidy up here. Maybe.
Your guess is as good as mine.
I'm sure you know the game plan, Don.
I may know a little something about it, but right now Kevin Knight is having fun showing off.
Yeah, unfortunately, they're not interested in being real.
As a trophy for my den.
You might have that for sure.
Rip it right off.
Welcome back to AEW Dynamite live on TBS and Trail Max. A massive all-star 12-man tag team match. Team MJF, along with the Don Callis family, Kevin Knight, Jake Doyle, Kazuchika Okada, Kyle Fletcher, and Andrade El Idolo, taking on Mark Briscoe, Orange Cassidy, Kyle O'Reilly, Roderick Strong, Konosuke Takeshita, and Darby Allin. And Orange Cassidy getting worn out in the corner of Team MJF, Taz. Yeah, sure is. He's trying to rip the arm off the...
He's been the workhorse of this team thus far.
I think
Jake Doyle's a stunner.
the last time I remember seeing him was at Double or Nothing when he was part of the Stadium Stampede match. As part of the babyface team with Jericho, as well as MVP and Shelton. Because they had that they did the whole cameo thing where during one of the things they're backstage fighting, there's Leo Rush back there, and they made sure to get the shot of Bobby Lashley and Leo Rush on, in the same shot together, as kind of a throwback to their pairing in WWE like 10 years ago, ish, like 10 years ago, or however long it was ago.
He's a pleasure to watch.
He really is.
Roderick Strong pulling Kevin Knight back into the ring. Orange Cassidy still a bit dazed after the abuse he took from Team MJF, and now taking a little more pulse from his own partner. And in comes Andrade. Down goes Andrade, courtesy of Orange Cassidy. Big Doyle. Roderick Strong backed up Doyle with that elbow strike.
He rocked him. The chin.
Roderick Strong.
Oh, Jake stepping on his foot.
He's anchored Roderick Strong center of the ring. Good strategy by the larger man, Taz.
Yeah, it's a big powerful guy. What a forearm shot.
Big forearm. Now Doyle scoops up Roderick Strong. Strong escapes. Roderick.
That's impressive power by Roderick Strong, man.
Living up to his namesake. Puts the leg. Doyle. Kick out.
Doesn't matter how much heavier a guy is than you, when you have technique, it always will trump size, in my opinion. I mean, I'm telling you from experience, so Roddy could do that.
Doyle. Scooped up Roderick Strong's shoulder. O'Reilly. Those middle kicks. Doyle, the big elbow. O'Reilly.
But it's also possible that could have been a one-off, just a little like, hey, remember when they did this, and then back to regularly scheduled programming.
Doyle goes down. In comes Andrade. Ducks and lands the elbow strike. Andrade up to his feet, but unbeknownst.
Points, Nelson. Holy shit, that's awesome. That's awesome.
Turns things around. Stone pile driver from the Rainmaker. The catch is in the ring here with Okada. The catch to the windup. Rainmaker, no. Rainmaker blocked.
Yeah, the catcher knows all about the Rainmaker.
Shot from behind by Kyle Fletcher. Okada. He's the waiting boot up to Keshta. Knee strike to Okada. Fletcher from behind. Half and half on the international champion Takeshita. Takeshita in the corner. Fletcher comes steaming in the high boot. Now Fletcher. Takeshita finds his feet. Both men battling. Takeshita. Nobody home for Fletcher.
Yeah, indeed. Whoop, whoop. Yeah, he is someone who has definitely busted his ass and grinded it out. These two dudes, there were these two dudes I used to ride with back in the day called the Hooligans. They trained at the same time AR Fox did under Curtis Hughes at WWA 4. I think Jonathan Gresham was also there at that time. They said Sam Shaw was there at that time. Sam Shaw slash Dexter Loomis. Uhaa Nation slash Apollo Crews was there at that same time. Giggity, giggity, giggity. All right. Oh, Mance was there? I did not know. Okay, I did not know Mance was there.
He kicked the legs. No! That would have been crazy. Look at Darby with a backstabber on Kevin Knight. I want to get some redemption on Knight.
Absolutely. MJF, gentlemen, has never kicked up. And he knows it.
And look at this, Kevin Knight just fleeing for Darby Allin.
Yep. Yeah, AR Fox. Yeah, he was trained by Mr. Hughes. In fact, let me Let me pull up Mr. Hughes' Wikipedia and see if it has the list of the people that he's trained. Because he does have a very good resume as far as like the talent that's come out of his school.
MJF an injured knee, the hyperextension from that match with Rush. Jay Driller, center of the ring.
Okay, doesn't have his Wikipedia page doesn't have a list of the wrestlers they trained, but yeah, he does. Yeah, Curtis Hughes though, he does have a like the list of great wrestlers that he's trained. It's there. Whoop, whoop.
We'll never know because Kyle Fletcher intervened. Roderick Strong tagged in. He's legal for his side, as is MJF.
Indeed, Nelson. Yep. And welcome back, Hammer. Whoop, whoop.
MJF, that's salt to the earth.
The Don Callis family and the AEW World Champion
And the heels up with Roddy tapping to the armbar. Yeah, I'm not sure, Nelson. That was. Yeah, that was just like a. I don't know, false alarm, I guess.
Can you imagine these men in a steel cage? How crazy that's going to be.
It will be anything goes inside the steel cage. At Forbidden Door 1 week from Sunday. And MJF, of course, with that Dynamite diamond ring.
Yeah, listen, regardless of what MJF will tell you, Mark Briscoe deserves a title shot. Oh, my God.
Andrade is not listening, but MJF is telling him to pick him up. Because wants a promise. Andrade, he wants a promise that he'll get a shot at MJF's World Championship.
It all comes together, pal. Whoop, whoop.
That ring has been so pivotal in so many of MJF's victories inside an AEW ring, and it could be pivotal 1 week from Sunday, not inside the ring, but inside the solid steel cage. And coming up this Saturday at Collision, a survival and fitness qualifying match between Mina Shirk.
Yeah, I heard about that. Whoop, whoop. Yeah, and if they're coming by, I gotta go. Like I gotta go hit them up. Whoop, whoop. All right, so that's it for us tonight. I think the final bell count tonight was 10. Unfortunately, I don't think any of us got it tonight. Actually, hang on. Labrat had 8. Here's the closest without going over. Labrat, you are the winner tonight for the bell count. Whoop, whoop. All right, so that's going to be it for us tonight. Thank you guys so much for hanging and chilling. Even though that was a bit of a rougher AEW Dynamite than we've been getting used to seeing lately. But good times. Bearcat Sugar Bros having fun. Whoop, whoop. All right, so our schedule for the rest of this week coming up. Tomorrow we have the Friday Locker Room, the JCW Lunacy TNA Impact Watch Along. And then on Friday, the SmackDown watch along and bell count. Saturday, we have HMG Insanity followed up with a AAA watch along. If it is very possible we might get King Yeet, pal, which in a weird way would set up Oba versus if we get King Yeet and we get Jay and Cody, that sets up Oba and Reigns. So there we go. Whoop, whoop. And then on Sunday, we got The Wreckage, followed up with HMG After Dark. We're going to be doing The Godfather Part 2. And then on Monday, the Monday Locker Room, the Raw Watch Along, the Impact Attack. Tuesday, This Week in WWE, Hitting the Marks, the A Show, the Late Start NXT Watch Along, Wednesday Locker Room. Don't forget to like, subscribe, ring that bell. Also check us out on Patreon, patreon.com/Hami Media Group. We got a lot of great exclusive content over there. Also, don't forget to check out our friends on youtube.com/The Vince Russo, where they got their videos and content, as well as the weekly Backstage Lunacy hosted by the hardest working man in podcasting, Jeff Lane, as well as Mad Mac Davis, where they do their backstage review or they talk about the latest episode of JCW Lunacy, and also have a special guest. They have a rotating list of rotating guests every week. And also their Patreon, patreon.com/RussoTWC, where you get all of the great brand channel attitude content, such as Castrating the Marks, the Raw SmackDown review, Master Shoot Theater, Lions, Tigers, Bears, and Head, as well as other great shows. Like, seriously, you get so much bang for your buck over there. Thank you, Lab Rat. Whoop, whoop. Yeah, it is. Yeah, the smart money would be to hold off on Oba versus Roman, but this is the WWE. This is TKO, WWE, Endeavor WWE. So, yeah, who knows what they end up doing with that? It's like anything's on the table. Hey, Todd, have a good night, man. Always good hanging and chilling with you, man. Whoop, whoop. And then JCW Lunacy, which I think is the most entertaining and fun to watch weekly episodic wrestling product that's out there. That airs every Thursday, 7 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Central at youtube.com/psychopathic records. And as for me, you can catch me on Twitter, as the kids call it these days, the X at LG Brandon Whoop. I am also on Twitch at twitch.tv/LG Brandon Whoop Whoop. We're all going to be live in about 30-ish minutes, doing some Final Fantasy X-2, picking up where we left off last night. If I'm going to see you there, have a great rest of your night. If I'm going to see any of the other shows this week, hope you have a great rest of your week. And much love. Whoop, whoop. Yeah, pal. Bearcats, Jugger Bros, HMG fam, we're out. Whoop, whoop. Yeah, pal.